lads. Holy superb indie music variety. Oh, but hang on. No, wait a minute. This is the Ritchie J Show. Holy Yorkshire Puds. And I'm indie recording artist Jerry Hall, coming live at you from Wakefield, Yorkshire, England on Smile Radio. And we're set to go with some of the most superb and diverse independent music from across the globe. Holy God's culture and cowpats. Holy teabags and crumpets. Holy blimminack, and let's get on with it. So without further ado, here's your host of the show, Mr. Ritchie J.
Thank you very much. That's the Jerry Hole there. And we've got some of his music coming up this afternoon. Welcome to the featured indie artist show here at Smile Radio. With me, Rich, and I'm also joined by me main man. He's here. He's playing on the Xbox.
Muted me.
Yeah, I've unmuted you. It's Jonathan Edwards, my main man from Middlesbrough. How you doing, buddy? You all good?
Sup?
Sup, though?
Yeah, boy.
So it's been a busy week really for you because you've been partying, and you've been my main man with E3 this week. You've been giving me all the updates and the on E3 and stuff. So it's been some really interesting stuff coming out of there for the gamers and that. So we're going to talk a little bit about E3 this afternoon. We're going to get some random factoids to discuss as well, because it's not a Rich and Jono show without them crazy facts. We'll try and keep them safe for work today, though.
Let's be honest, it's the only reason they listen.
It is the only reason, and that and the independent music. Obviously, it's all about the indie music.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome to the featured indie artist show here at Smile Radio. This afternoon we've got music from some of the best featured independent artists we've had on our website. You can find out more about these guys. Go check them out, www.smileradio.co/featured artists. Go check them out, go have a listen. I've put listen links on there. Just follow the links, give them a follow, have a listen on Spotify. We've got some great submissions submitted to us this week. We've got some featured artists coming up in the next couple of days that haven't got onto the system just yet. And yeah, me and Jono are going to be talking some crazy stuff. But anyway, without further ado, let's have a little bit of music to kick the day off. Now, this one came into me via an email. John Clark got in touch with me, and this is his song with Nick Stanford, and it's called Unchange My Mind. He's described it as a bit of a psychedelic, trippy indie rock. So yeah, get ready for some great music this afternoon. Let's kick it off with this one. Yeah, Rich and Johnny, featured artist show. Booyah.
Got my babies on my way. If she don't cry, baby, she don't sing. If she don't cry, baby, she don't sing. If she don't cry, baby, she don't sing.
There you go. I told you I was keeping it easy listening for you there first thing in the afternoon. You know, it's like it's kind of lunchtime still. You know, it's like as much as people don't say it, it is lunchtime. But yeah, that's Unchain My Mind by John Clark and Nick Sanford. Anyway, welcome back. It's the featured indie artist show here with Rich and Jono on Smile Radio. Jono's over in Middlesbrough. I'm over in Ponty. Got myself down in Ponty Town right now, and it's absolutely pouring it down. So the outside of my house kind of resembles like a restoration project at the moment because we're getting a new roof. They put the scaffolding up, so you might actually hear a few drills and that going off throughout the show. Trust me, I'm not the one doing the drilling today. It's the workmen. They're doing the scaffolding and stuff.
You never drill anything, Ritchie.
Hey, what you gotta be like that for, man? What you gotta be like that for, man? It's not cool when you diss me like that. You know, just because the other guys ain't here now, you need someone to pick on. Just I'm warning you, dude.
Pretty much.
I'm warning you. You know how it goes. Anyway, welcome back to the show. If you want to hear a song this afternoon, get ready for your request at 5 p.m. this afternoon. 2 o'clock, no, after us at 3 o'clock, I say 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock this afternoon, you got the JJ Kane music show, a brand new show here at Smile Radio. Put her in at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. She's got a great mix of music that you know and independent music. We're all about the indie music. Right now we've got a little bit of School's Out for Summer in the background. It's a cover by Robin. Absolutely amazing cover. Go check it out. It's on Spotify. We're going to get some Cracked Oids coming up for you very, very shortly on the show. But just a moment of reflection here about E3. Today, me and Jake were having our breakfast. We had a family bowl of porridge together. Not like one big bowl. He's into the Three Bears at the moment. And so I had to be Papa Bear this morning, and we're doing the porridge thing. And you know, as you do, you scroll through Facebook, and I was scrolling through my Facebook. And I see a trailer. We've been playing the Lego games recently, and Lego have teamed up with Star Wars again, and they've announced a whole new Lego game for the whole Skywalker saga. All 9 films, in one game coming out next year, but it's a new game apparently. It's different to the one that's out there at the moment. Now, John, have you actually played any of the Lego Star Wars games?
Yeah, I have.
I don't find them too bad. They're lacking in they're lacking in a few ways, but again, they're designed for obviously players of the age of 3 onwards, and that. Jake absolutely loves them. He's constantly sort of like trying to get me in on them. Plays the Marvel Superhero 2 quite often. And yeah, we've got quite far in that. We've unlocked Thanos, and that's kind of his favourite character. I mean, what kind of a kid picks the big cheese villain as the character that you want to play with all the time? I don't get my kids sometimes, I really don't. But yeah, we got some more music coming up now. I'll put another featured artist on for you right now. These guys, I'm really gutted. I could have had a chance to see them on Friday. Instead, we had a few issues at the station, and I ended up doing a show with these guys. But the next on the list, they are featured artists of the day. We're going to have 2 featured artists back to back for you right now here on Smile Radio. First up is Hazy Days, local band to us here in West Yorkshire, and their newest song, New Beginnings, followed by today's featured artist, Gigi Fern, and her song Black Mirror. Not related to the Black Mirror TV series, but I'm going to talk a little bit about that TV series a little bit later. These are two fantastic tracks coming out. Go check them out, www.smileradio.co/featured artists. And yeah, here's Hazy Days and New Beginnings. Rocking out with Rich and Jono. It's Smile Radio. If you bear with me, because I'm having a few technical difficulties apparently this afternoon. It's going to be one of those afternoons, isn't it? You can just tell from the start that it's going to be one of those afternoons. You know what I mean? Where are we? We'll start with we'll play Georgia Fair. We'll start with that. I can't get Hazy Days to sort of show up onto this, so we'll come back to that very shortly.
New generation of the silver screen, velvet curtains and beauty queens. A moth gets too close to the light, and suddenly everything goes white. Cocktail parties and limousines, rotting meats and decaying teeth, swollen streams of reality, one cracked mirror and a fallen tree. And I think I'm going crazy, vision's going hazy. I know I hear the shotgun ring, but you don't hear a thing. Home can be a comfort when poison is your king. A necklace made of pearls and artificial girls. I'm stuck in a black mirror. Animal joy and a brutal smile, dead dreams flowing down the river miles. The smell of metal coats the scene, wash away the blood and you'll be clean. And I think I'm going crazy, my vision's going hazy. I know I hear the shotgun ring, but you don't hear a thing. Home can be a comfort when poison is your king. A necklace made of pearls and artificial girls. I'm stuck in a black mirror. There's something not quite right about the time that we spent. I'll always have the vision, even God can invent. But now that he can see it clear, there's nothing left to do. When the mind takes over, even he can't save you. I think I'm going crazy, my vision's going hazy. I know I hear the shotgun ring, but you don't hear a thing. Home can be a comfort when poison is your king. A necklace made of pearls and artificial girls. I'm stuck in a black mirror. I hear the shotgun ring, but you don't hear a thing. Home can be a comfort when poison is your king. A necklace made of pearls and artificial girls. I'm stuck in a black mirror.
We got a bit of Hazy Days right now. This is What a Lie from their album 1984. Rocking out now. It's the featured artist show. It's Smile Radio.
Here it comes, numbing lips, ripping for your tomb as it strikes again. What's she gonna do? Walking around, grieving in everywhere with no despair for your sins. Now your sins.
That was Hazy Days and What a Lie from their album 1984. What a great track that was. And again, I'm really gutted that I didn't get to go see those guys on Friday. More gutted to the fact that I ended up doing a show with you guys, innit? So like, I scrapped...
Sounds about right.
I scrapped the whole
To be fair, mate, you did get the short side.
Oh, mate, trust me, I did. It wasn't like, I felt, honestly, after the show Friday, I was like, oh, man, I should have got to Leeds. No, not like the show was bad. The show was a great show, but... I just wanted to go see a gig, innit? But yeah, unfortunately, babysitters and stuff, as we all know, the frantic world of parenting. And like, I'm quite lucky today because mine's currently upstairs and he's watching the TV. Jono, however, he's got a kid that ain't his, and yours is running around wild, isn't it? Aha! So it's not me today. So yeah, it's Jono. So when you hear a kid, it's alright. I haven't kidnapped anybody. It's Jono's end. He's probably the kidnapper, so yeah, if
I haven't kidnapped anyone. I promise.
I don't deal with all kids like.
I'm not a fan of them at the best of times.
Oh man, what are you on about? You're the biggest kid. Next to me, you're the biggest kid I know. You should be like friends with them. We should be on the level with them. But I get what you mean. It's like whenever I go to school now, all the Jake's mates come up to me and they're like talking to me like I'm one of the lads, and it's like, oi, I'm not 4, I'm 36, nearly. So
well, you do act like a 4-year-old.
To be fair, I mean, you have got me with that one. That is very true. So yeah, there is that, I guess. Anyway, right. So we're talking about E3 just before the break. I was talking about E3. What was your most exciting point to come out of E3? What was the most exciting thing for you, Johnny?
Oh, it definitely has to be Cyberpunk.
Old
with Keanu
Reeves.
Reeves.
Keanu took to the stage of E3 and he showed the world what Cyberpunk was all about. Pretty iconic considering that, he is the ultimate Cyberpunk, playing Neo in the Matrix, and then he's now John Wick. And he did a great presentation. I mean, he's not a guy that's commonly in the press or like does a lot of interviews and that, but when he does an interview, he gets your attention just like that, and it was a great presentation, and I was hooked from every minute of it. But yeah, I mean, Cyberpunk, you've told me about it, and that's all I knew going into it, but then when I saw the visuals on it, oh my days, it looks amazing. But again, I reckon it's one that they're kind of working on for the next gen of consoles, because they also got announced a little bit at E3 this year. So yeah, get ready, parents. The wallet squeeze is about the squeezing in is about to happen.
Money.
Yeah. Now Microsoft sort of said on that note today that Project Scarlet, they knew what a realistic price is. Yeah, right. So yeah, they're going to look at getting a realistic price that all gamers can afford. So yeah, if you could make
so 600, 700.
Oh yeah, like
considering they seem to go up like 100 every year.
Well, this is the thing, because they're talking about it being 8K resolution, and I haven't like how much an 8K television is. It's like that's ridiculous. If you want to play like with the full 8K graphics and stuff, I mean, my God, you're going to be like. You're going to be spending like $3,000.
I think I know how much an 8K TV is, considering where I work, Ritchie.
Well, I was throwing that one out to the floor, really. All the audience out there in the world that's listening in, and like, I mean, I know you know the price. What does an 8K TV go for these days, then, Mr. Price is Right?
At least 2K.
Yeah, at least.
At least.
So there you go. So with that and the new Xbox on top, you're talking about
2K for the 8K, yo.
$3,000 for an 8K. Yeah, you're like a third of the way to 8K. Paying for it, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I mean, it's an interesting development. I mean, it is pretty much the way that gaming goes. They always try to keep up. I mean, I think with it now, they try to make the consoles like PC games. And another chat that's sort of been thrown around the ringer lately is game streaming, like cross-playing game streaming like Netflix, but with games, so you can just stream your game straight from the TV. I'm not really a big fan of game streaming, if I'm honest with you, because I had PlayStation Now when I had my PlayStation 4 not too long ago, and I'd find that you'd find a classic game like Red Dead Redemption 1, for example. I wanted to play that one day, and I played it for about 10 minutes, and then I kept getting a message like the server's busy, or the server's overcrowded, or the server issues and that, and I didn't end up playing it. Like, it took me to play an hour of the game, it took me nearly 3 days, just because it kept kicking me off of the streaming server, which isn't really great, so I'm kind of reluctant on this whole sort of streaming side of things. But I mean, they got time to work on it, I guess, before they obviously release it and that. So yeah, there is that. Xbox Games Pass, the Ultimate Games Pass, now incorporating PC gamers. That's been released from as of E3 for $14.99 a month. You can play as a PC gamer. You can play hundreds of PC games on their Games Pass, but then you can ship over to your Xbox console and play the Xbox games and play the Xbox games on the PC now, which again I think that's pretty cool. We're getting there with it, the merging between the console and PC, but at the same time the price tag is going to come with it, and $14.99 a month, I guess for what you get isn't too bad, but you'd want to make sure you get your money's worth out of it for 40, because I mean again it's like we was talking about this, was it you I was talking to about Final Fantasy 12, the online Final Fantasy Online, and it was like 15 quid a month, and I just said it just doesn't justify it for one game. I get bored of that game and I'm not going to play it for 4 months, and I've already lost like 45 quid from not playing it. You know what I mean? It's the subscription services have really got to be looked at, and it's a bit because they do automatically renew as well, which is another annoying fact, because if I wanted to cancel something and I forget, it automatically renews it the next month and that. So then like I've got a Games Pass, but I'm not playing on the Games Pass and stuff. So I think they really need to look at the inner workings of that system a little bit first, and that, what else? Watch Dogs. You said the Watch Dogs was announced, the new Watch Dogs game.
Yeah,
was announced.
that looks pretty damn awesome, to be fair.
And it looks like it's set in the UK as well, mixed it up a little bit, because the last
It
time
is.
was sort of set in America. I saw the old double deckers on the screenshots that I've seen of it, and that. So that was like a.
They went a little political with it as well. With the reveal,
that doesn't surprise me.
which
there's a lot
would have rubbed one or two people up the wrong way. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
To be fair.
A few people may have got triggered during the event, but it's one of those though, isn't it? It's like it's just where everything's going these days. Everything's got a political statement to make when it comes to stuff like that, and unfortunately, there's enough fodder going on in the real political system to sort of feed that, And yeah, I mean, we try, here at Smile, we stay away from the politics because, it's more of a joke than what this show is, to be fair, innit, Well, not this show, but the Game Boys and stuff, But yeah, you get me though. It's like, it's really bad when shows like The Thick of It have actually kind of predicted where our current political system's going, and it's down the toilet, unfortunately. There's no good guys, there's no bad guys, and there's no morally grey. There's just a bunch of people that don't seem to actually have a clue, and that's that. But anyway,
It's just a bunch of people who want what they want when they want.
They just want that golden green, isn't it? That golden green in their pocket, making money and stuff, And I saw a really funny meme yesterday. You know how we are for memes and that, and it was I think it was taken from a comedian's sketch, and he sort of makes the point that the government, they get paid selling their own crops of weed and stuff like that, but then if you're a regular Joe and you're selling crops of weed, that's illegal and you can get arrested for that. So hang on, how does that system work out? It's a fair enough point to make. I mean, I'm not obviously endorsing the growing of weed or anything like that, but it was like, it's the same sort of point that there's one rule for one and another set of rules for the others and that, and it's kind of that. Anyway, on that note, we'll move away from the politics. We'll come back to some more gaming talk in a bit, because we're like half hour into our show. We've got loads of music to get through, so we're gonna have another featured artist up on the list next. It's Jimmy Lee Morris, and this is his newest one. This came out this week. It's called "Come On, I Wanna Make You Happy." Rock it out with Rich and Jono.
I honestly thought you were gonna say.
we got another featured artist for you right here. This is Becca James and Control. Some of the Before Blue Boys here with Teenage Playground.
Still too young to drive, going out getting a line.
That one there was Dig Lazarus, and his newest one, Outlaw. What a great track! He is one of our featured artists again here at Smile Radio. Welcome back to the show with me and my main man Jono over in Middlesbrough. You're going to have to excuse it if you're in
Buongiorno!
While we're talking, because the workmen are back and they're in full-on drilling it in mode. Let's make as much noise as possible while the dude does his show sort of mode, apparently. So, it's going to be a lively remainder of the show, I think. You know what I mean, if I'm honest with you.
Yep.
But hey, that's the way that the cookie crumbles, right? Anyway, right, welcome back to the show. I just having a look on Xbox while we had the musical interlude there with the featured artist, and as part of E3, they've put the E3 sale up on the Xbox store. They've got some quite good bangers in there, to be fair. You can get your Final Fantasy fix. They're all in the discounts. Grand Theft Auto fans rejoice because they've got that back in there. Red Dead Redemption. All of they've got an EA 19 sports bundle as well, which is like all of the EA sports games, and that's been reduced by £68 to £46 at the moment digitally. Now the thing with this is, Johnny, right? I don't know if you've ever noticed this, right, but digital games and that, I mean, they hold their price forever. I mean, like, you go to the game shop and that, you buy a disc, and sooner or later you trade the disc in, and it's like a fraction of what it's worth. Like the other day, I bought the original Red Dead Redemption for £1 in a charity shop, just £1, and it still works. It's perfect. It's the Xbox game and that. But you go on the digital store, and those games are still pretty much full price. They never reduce those games unless it's on a sale, which I think is a bit of BS. They need to really look at this system over, and sort of give it a bit of an overhaul and be like, well, you know what, perhaps we do need to start discounting some of these games, because I mean, I know I appreciate the work that goes into them, but they do have like a limited lifespan. They're not always going to be popular, so surely there's got to be a break on other than a sale to reduce the prices on them. It just doesn't make sense to me, Right, anyway, let's move on from the gaming side of things, because we've been talking E3 and gaming for a little bit. We've had some great music in the mix. Can you hear the drilling already, Johnny? Can you hear that?
I can.
There we go. It's got to that time already. So let's have a look on crack.com, see if we can get some Crackdoid factoids. Let's see what we can do to get those Crackdoid factoids and keep them safe for work, because it is obviously the middle of the afternoon. Let's have a look at this one. It's 25 stats that will change the way you view fictional worlds. So again, we're lovers of fiction. I figured this one might be quite good for me and you here to have a chat about.
Indeed.
Now,
let's do it.
Let's start. At 25, one day Forrest Gump just felt like running, and he ran a grand total of 15,248 miles. Phidippi's run from Marathon to Athens, self-transcendence 3,100 mile race, and Forrest Gump sort of like weasel all over that. The world's longest foot race is just 3,100 miles. So yeah, he's done like 5 times what that longest foot race is. Number 24.
Wow.
Was you ever a fan of 24? Jack Bauer?
Nah, I never got into it.
Nah, right. Okay, so this is an interesting stat for you. Jack Bauer kills a total of 309 people over the whole run of 24. And then to put that in another way, that is basically 1 kill every 40 minutes. So, pretty much every show someone's getting capped by Jack Bauer,
So, 1 kill every double the title?
Yeah, pretty much. He's,
Near enough.
Right, Darth Vader, this is for the Star Wars fans. Darth Vader's Super Star Destroyer, the Executor, is about 12 miles long. It would crush most of Manhattan if it used the island as a landing strip. 12 miles for a spaceship, you gotta imagine, right? They're gonna be walking that back and forth and stuff, innit? I'm sure they're gonna have some, obviously they must have some sort of like transport on there, but I mean, it is the Imperials and they're kind of like pretty messed up when it comes to that stuff, right? I don't know. I mean, do you work on a 12-mile long starship?
No.
Not even if you got to sort of.
Not unless they've got some kind of inside rails that I just.
I know I'd go with a Star Trek thing and be like, hey Scotty, just beam me over from one end to the other. I'd kind of hope that they'd sort of put that like feature on there, because you'd want a teleportation feature. 12 miles, man. I ain't walking that every day back and forth. In Warhammer 40,000, the Emperor has sat upon the Golden Throne for nearly 11,000 years. That's about as long as humans have lived in cities. So yeah, that guy is old as humanity, I guess. You know,
he's a bag of bones.
He is actually, to be fair, he's actually a bag of bones. So one more before we go to the next song. You know, this is one for the Lego fans out there. Recreating the Lego movie using actual Lego pieces would require, are you ready for this? 15,080,330 blocks. A tower made with that many Lego bricks would almost reach 90 miles high. So, you know, it's pretty high up as that, to be fair, if you think about it. So, yeah, goddamn, that one's pretty crazy. Right, we're going to have some more of those Crackdoid Factoids coming up after some more music. Next one on the list is my man Jerry Hole, from his album When You Were Famous. This is When You Were Famous. This is his latest release. It came out on Monday, I believe. So yeah, go check out Jerry Hole. He is one of our featured artists here at Smile Radio. He's a debonair gentleman from the south of the deep south, but he's also lives in Hull now. So yeah, Jerry Hole, and it's spelled like the hull of a boat. So yeah, go check him out. He is on Spotify. He's on all great listening sites. This is When You Were Famous.
See
because you can't catch me and you're climbing on my line. You can try to keep up, but I'll leave you far behind. It's all over. It's all over on my mind. It's all
Yes, that one there was Vines by Bikini Islands. Before that we had a bit of Wake Up, and that was by Colour Youth. And of course that triple play was kicked off by When You Were Famous by Jerry Hole. He's a legend, that guy. You know, he actually did the theme tune for my little intro for the show. You know,
I do indeed. It's really good.
So I'm like Batman, and then obviously you're going to be Robin in that situation, innit? Which Robin would you go for, though? Would you be Burt Ward?
Well, the one that becomes Nightwing, obviously.
Oh, you're going comic book, not like... I'm talking about if you had to choose from the TV shows, like, or the films. You've got, like, Burt Ward from Batman 66. You've got Chris O'Donnell from the 1995 Batmans. And then you've got that dude that plays him in Titans. It's kind of heading in the Nightwing route, I think, with Titans a little bit. But, you know, you ain't really got a lot of choice for Robin. Because Robin, they ain't really done him well, I don't think, on TV. They've always sort of made him to be, like... I don't know, they just never done Robin right, I don't think, for film or television. They never sold it, so yeah, you're pretty much... You got to choose one, though. Which one?
I don't know, none, they're all...
Alright, I'll give you one. You can
Sticking with the one that becomes Nightwing.
You can have the one with the rubber nipples, mate. That's the one you can have. So yeah, well...
You'd love me to have burger nipples.
There you go. Alright, you're welcome listening to the Featured Indie Artist Show here on Smile Radio. It's me, Rich, and I'm joined by my main man in Middlesbrough, Jono Edwards. How you doing, Jono?
I'm not bad.
Cool. I noticed that my phone's going crazy, like, while I'm sort of, like, trying to do my show and stuff and that this afternoon, but... Yeah, so
it's always the case, isn't it?
It is always the case. I'm in demand and that when I'm doing my show. Now, on that note, you can probably hear a bit of drilling at the moment. I have got scaffolding going up around the house at the moment because they're replacing the roof, you know, because we're going to get blown to us or something like that, apparently. I'm not too sure. I didn't really ask the question, to be fair, so... Yeah, I don't know. Right, should we have a couple more facts before we go into another song? Let's have a look at the Crackoid Factoids, which are the 25 stats that will change the way you view fictional worlds. We got to number 20, being 112.5 feet tall and 37.5 feet wide. The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters contains roughly 925,000 gallons of marshmallow. The goo from its explosion could be used to make 186 million s'mores. Are you a big fan of marshmallows?
I mean, I like them, but I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan.
See, I've got to be in the mood for them. Like, if we're having a barbecue and that, I'll do a few if we've got the open fire going. And
if you're camping, then you've got to have a couple of marshmallows to toast over the
that's it.
bonfire.
You got to have it over the fire and that, and then we have them with the open fire barbecues and stuff. But like Jake, he's going through a phase at the moment. I don't know if you've heard of a game called Chubby Bunnies. I'd never heard of it until he started playing it.
Nope.
So basically, what you do is you stick a marshmallow in your mouth, and you have to say Chubby Bunnies, and you have to say how many you can fit in your mouth. Until you can't say Chubby Bunnies anymore. Well, Jake, he goes for the record. He can shove 7 in his mouth, can't say the words, and then throws up the marshmallows all over the place. So, Chubby Bunnies.
Delightful.
Yeah, it's one to watch out for. It's a great little game. Highly recommend it. Fun for the family is that. So, yeah, Chubby Bunnies. Get your marshmallow fix with that. Right, next on the list, on the facts before we go to music. Batman. In the 2 movies he stars in, Michael Keaton's Batman actually kills 20 people. And that's actually 3 more kills than Jeffrey Dahmer. Now, this whole thing about Batman killing people in films and that's been like quite a stigma for a while and that, because the whole golden thing about Batman is he doesn't actually kill. And people got annoyed with the line in Batman Begins when he's left Liam Neeson on the train. It's like, I won't kill you, but I don't have to save you and all that. And it's like, Batman could be a bit cold-blooded. Now, Batman in the comics is generally cold-blooded, but not to the point where he'll actually kill people. I mean, sure, he's broken bones and stuff, but he does it all in the art of interrogation. He's like trained his mind, body, and soul to being a master interrogator and master detective and everything like that. So, when he goes on screen like Affleck's Batman, I absolutely loved Affleck's Batman, but his kill total was off the chart. Like, he was full-on
Yeah.
Bat Rambo. He wasn't Batman. He was like Bat John Rambo, like full on, like, you don't know war until you've been into one, and just brapping people off left, right, and centre and that. And yeah, so yeah, I've never really been a big fan of it. I mean, it would make more sense if he had like rubber bullets and stuff. I get that he's going to blow up you need car blow ups and stuff, but you know, it's one of those. I don't really think Batman should kill people. Bones broken, maybe. Killing, definitely not. And number 18, a blaster bolt in Star Wars is fast, but not as fast as light. Not even as fast as a bullet. In fact, it's about as fast as a soccer ball in an international penalty shootout. So, do you reckon you could catch a bolt blast from a stormtrooper?
Well, I could dodge it quite easily.
I mean, to be fair, anybody can dodge it. It's getting hit by it, which is the challenge, isn't it? You know, oh, I got hit by a stormtrooper, and it's like, oh my god, give that guy a gold medal, you know, because like that never happens. And to be fair, you can see why when you look at the helmets. I mean, them eyes aren't blatantly designed for human eyes, you know what I mean? They can't see nothing in that, you know. Alright, we're going to have some more music coming up now on Smile Radio. It's the Featured in the Artist show with me, Rich, and me main man in Middlesbrough. I'll let you do your
one, Dione.
Jonathan Edwards. So yeah, you can catch us. Don't forget, if you've enjoyed this, you can catch us again on demand. We'll be available on Podbean, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play. We've done this is the 6th featured artist show that we've done so far. But if you do like our material, obviously you can check us out on the GameboyZ, which is every Thursday night, and the Renegade Rock Hours every Friday night. We also do go out in the week. You can catch the GameboyZ on replay tonight from 10 o'clock, I believe. It's the GameboyZ Get Haunted tonight, so you get to find out what happens when the GameboyZ get haunted.
Oh, proper old school, eh?
Mate, I took it back to the beginning. When I looked at it the other day, I was like, right, we want to put some shows in there. We want to get the old ones. We want to get the golds. So the GameboyZ Get Haunted is tonight's golden oldie. So yeah, go check that out tonight from 10 o'clock live on Smile Radio. Find out what the guys will do when they get trapped in the house. And then tomorrow night, we're back live with a brand new GameboyZ. I believe there's only just me, you, and the Ryanator, though, isn't there for this week's instalment. But we'll see tomorrow. We'll find out when tomorrow comes, anyway. Next up on the list this afternoon, we've got one of the new music food trucks favourites here. This is next one up on the list is Trapdoor Social. Now, the new music food truck, you can catch them here on Smile Radio on a Saturday from 12 PM. They also go out on Wednesdays at 7 AM after Adele Clough, because it is Wednesday today, which, you know, if you hashtag Wellbeing Wednesday, you'll be able to catch Be Kind to Your Mind with Narelle Summers at 6 o'clock this evening, and TC Talks from 9 o'clock this evening, and tonight he's talking about feeling old, and he's back with a new show tomorrow. Also this morning you missed Adele Clough with Get Inspired. She's here Saturday with a brand new show, so yeah, come check that out. Plenty more to come on Smile Radio. Anyway, this is Truth, and this is by Trapdoor Social.
Every
100 miles and I'm staring near my scoop. All the messages that she sends now mean nothing as we're traveling back. I lose. I think of all the things I said. She pulled the vanishing act that her baby himself just couldn't expect. Ooh, I keep running to the secret hiding place with you. Ooh, I keep running to the secret hiding place with you.
Soprano there, and The World's End. Welcome back. It's the Featured Artist Show here at Smile Radio with me and Jono till 3 o'clock, bringing in the great hits and the banter that comes with it as well. How's it going over in Middlesbrough, Johnny? What's the weather saying over your end? That good, huh? Yeah, great, cool, good chat. Anyway, welcome back to the show. We've got some more great music coming up very, very shortly. I'm sure Johnny will be back very shortly. He's just having his little break. I told him he could go for a break, and then I came back because I'm sneaky like that. Don't forget, coming up at 3 o'clock, you've got the JJ Kane radio show. At 4 o'clock, you've got Rich and a little bit of Chris. At 6 o'clock, you've got the Indie Artist playlist. And then from 7:45, you've got Connor and Zoe's Wednesday Kickabout, talking about the latest football and rugby news. And then, of course, at 9 o'clock, you've got TC Talks. And then he's followed by the Game Boys. And then, he's followed by the Codfather. And then the Game Boys. So catch them all tonight. New episodes of the Codfather Friday, new episodes of the Game Boys tomorrow, and a new episode of TC Talks tomorrow. So yeah, catch up with some old school stuff tomorrow and have a good time here at Smile Radio. While Johnny comes back, we're going to have one more song. This is from another one of our featured artists. This is called Radio Zombie. This is the new one by Indie Butterfly's Dream.
I've been listening to the radio ever since I was a little boy. Play it on your shirt.
Another one of our featured artists here. This is Madison Mueller. Check her out, www.smileradio.co/featured artist.
On the sun fades and the clouds they pour, and I don't know why I just happen to stay awake at night when it's cold out, and the bugs they bite, and the creatures that I hear while they whisper in my ear, all the good things become unclear, and I start to contemplate all the stuff that's in my way, how to choose which battles to lose. I'm afraid.
Welcome back. That one there was Madison Mueller and Breath of Air. It's the featured indie artist show with Rich and Jono here on Smile Radio. I've got Jono back. He's back, I hope. You back, Jono?
You do indeed.
He is back.
I am.
Back in the room. Yeah. The Wicked. The jungle is definitely massive now. Right, number 17 on this list. Avengers. We're all big fans of the Avengers here. You know, we all know that old kettle of fish. The damaged in the Battle of New York would have cost $160 billion, which has been calculated, which has cost more than 9/11, Hurricane Katrina, or the 2011 tsunami in Japan. So yeah, when the Avengers come to town, they guys blatantly know how to party. Taking care of 100.
It gets expensive.
It does get expensive, but you do get some shawarma at the end of it, so there's always like a little bit of that to go with it, you know. Number 16, taking care of 101 Dalmatians. You better be ready to clean up 76 pounds of poop every single day. Skip one day, and the next you'll have the weight of a grown-up human in dog poop. That's ridiculous. I mean, realistically, you know, if somebody was looking after 101 Dalmatians these days, them dogs would have been taken off of them. You know what I mean? It's like that applies to these days. In the Lord of the Rings trilogy, Sam and Frodo, they walk 1,779 miles from Hobbiton to Mount Doom. That's about the distance from Los Angeles to Chicago, and then 55 more miles. Wow, and you got to think, because the films make it seem like it's done quite quickly and it's a matter of days, but it's not. The stories actually take place over the course of years. Like, I think one of them's like I think one of the longest history jumps, and it's like 20 odd years or something, you know. So it's like there's a lot happens in the books and that they didn't cover in the films, and the films make it look like it take place in a couple of months, but realistically it took years. Number 14, if Wally worked around the clock without ever stopping to recharge, make repairs or mess around, it would take him 95 years to build one trash skyscraper, enough to watch Hello Dolly over 300,000 times. And that's really funny because this morning when Jake got up at 7, that was what we watched. We watched Wall-E. And he's not usually one for films, but he absolutely loved it. And yeah, he's getting his taste for his Disney films at the moment and How to Train Your Dragon. So I'm having to sit through a reinvigorated...
multiple Disney films.
Yeah, a reinvigorated Jake with a love of Nightmare Before Christmas. I can tell you, I have heard This Is Halloween by so many different singers lately. I really think it's Halloween next week. You know, I think he's trying to drop hints that he wants it to be Halloween next week. I'm not sure, but I keep telling him it's not happening. It just
sounds like it.
I know. Anyway, next up on the list we've got Backspace. They're another Smile Radio featured artist. They're going to be followed by Jenny Stanley. This is called Winging It from the Boys EP. A group of under 18s. This band based from Leeds. We might be going to see them in September. Next up is Winging It, and then after that is another featured artist, which is Jenny Stanley and Crystals. Rocking out, it's Rich and Jono. Nice easy listening. It's Wednesday. It's Smile Radio. Are you smiling yet?
You become our tears, sweat and blood. And still mist rises from the ground. Every valley has or had a river, and even if it's dry or running slow, that riverbed collects the melted crystals.
Welcome back, it's your featured artist show here at Smile Radio. There you go, there was 3 featured artists there back to back for you. Backspace with Winging It, Crystals by Jenny Stanley, and Elizabeth Everts with Harvest Time. Now, we've unfortunately come to that time of the day where we've actually got to finish the show. So yeah, you know, another show's done and dusted here in the house of Smile Radio. Stick around though, we've got some great stuff coming up at 3 o'clock. At 4 o'clock you got Richard, a little bit of Chris. At 6 o'clock, you've got the indie music playlist. And then tonight, we're back at 10 with the GameboyZ. Anyway, I've been Ritchie J. And I'll catch you again tomorrow. Over to you, Johnny.
Alright, I'll catch you tomorrow night. See you on the flip side.
Tomorrow night, late and live from 10 p.m. with the GameboyZ. Have a great show. Have a great day, even. Take it easy. All the best.